free tonight? And I said, yeah. He says, well, why don't we go play in this duplicate game? I said, well, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll go there and give it a shot. So we went and played, and I had a blast. I thought it was, wow, you mean we actually compare scores with the other people? And so it's not just who gets the lucky hands, but it actually matters that you do better with your cards than anybody else? Wow, what a concept. I was hooked. And we played every week for thereafter. And this was in the fall of 1979. Well, and around the start of 1980, we found out that the game was going to fold. You know, the person that was running the game was not going to keep it up, and there wasn't anybody else to do it. So Burl and I looked at each other and said, well, we like this so much, we're having so much fun, we can't let this go away. Why don't we do it? Okay, so we decided we'll take over the club, and one of us is going to do the books and keep the records and stuff, and the other one of us was going to learn to direct. So we flipped a coin, and I lost. So I had to learn how to direct, and that's what kind of started this whole process we started running that game, and it was a lot of fun to run that game at UWM, even though we played here, there, and everywhere in the student union, and we were there for 11 years. But it was quite an exciting adventure, because we had to put everything up and take everything down and all that, and I got kind of tired of that eventually. So story number 2 is in 1991, when the old Bavarian Inn game, some of you may remember that was a game on Friday nights, was going to lose its site because they were going to tear the building down for the freeway, which they didn't do. But we decided, I said, gee, it's a shame that they're going to lose their site, and we're going to lose that game, and people like that game. So Paul Karras and Dick Streeter, people you know, and Dick is no longer here, he's in Florida now, but we said, well, why don't we start a full-time bridge center? How hard can that be? Second time I miscalculated on that score. So we got together and started the bridge center, and both of them had more intelligence than I did, because they both rather quickly discovered it was way more work than it was worth. But I decided, well, what the heck, I'll keep doing it, because by this point I was deeply involved in bridge, and I didn't know what else to do at that point. It was probably too late to go back to being a teacher again, so I stayed with it. And we ran the Bridge Center for 25 years, first at Bradley Road, and then at 76th Street. And we had our ups and downs there, a few car windows that got broken and stuff like that, but I think on balance it was we had a decent time there, we had fun. And what I got to do, which is priceless and something that I'm going to treasure for the rest of my life, is I got to meet all of you people. And some of us aren't here anymore, Katie Shepard, Jerry Duckler, Jack Wachter. I could give a list of hundreds of names. Particular, I want to mention Bruce Brown, who I directed with, and was, if anything, there's a line in a Dan Fogelberg song called "I'm a pale imitation of the leader of the band." Well, to some extent, that's what I am. I am here because Bruce Brown said, this is something you do well, and you should keep doing it. And I took that to heart, and he is greatly responsible. And then there are all the people that have helped me over the years. The first person along those lines is somebody probably not many of you remember, but his name was Dominic Riesland. Oh, yeah. He was the guaranteed spare at UWM, and he helped me with all the stuff that we did there. And he was, in a sense, succeeded, but more than that, by Wes, who has helped me immeasurably. And I don't have words strong enough to express the value of his friendship to me and how much he's done to help me keep my sanity and remind me that why I do this is because of all of you people. I mean, the fact that I got to meet and know all of you as well as I do is, I guess, the reason why I've lived my life. And I just hope that in some small measure I've made your lives a little better and you've had a little more fun because of it. But I think I'm the lucky one because I got the chance to do all this and feel that I've accomplished something. And for what you've done for me today, I don't know whether I really deserve all of it, but I'm so glad that I see people smiling. That's what makes this worthwhile. And if I'm grumpy or out of sorts at a tournament because I'm stressed and things aren't going well that day, I know you'll have a little bit of patience with this poor old guy who's been at this maybe a little too long. But I'm going to be around. I'm going to keep working as a tournament director. I'm going to do the best I can to give you good tournaments. And I'll play some at John's club, which I'm very pleased to do now that I don't have to spend all my time working at the Bridge Center. So thanks all of you for everything. I just hope you've enjoyed the last 35 years. I can't promise 35 more because I'm getting kind of old, but I do still have cats to support, so I'm going to keep working. And thanks again to all of you. I appreciate it from the bottom.
Oh, please. There's a million stars.